Guess I'm back, I'ma hit you with a strap. I am tired of you lying, well come on bitch please. I ain't with a fuck so you can get up off your knees. Imagine that you were always trying to cap. Guess I'm back, I'ma hit you with a strap. I am tired of you lying, well come on bitch please. I ain't with a fuck so you can get up off your knees. Come along, we're flying higher, higher than we known. Hit the gas and fuel for fire, lying in my dome. Never thought I'd see true love, never thought I'd love again. Now we're flying high like doves. Never wanted this to end, cause that's the goal. You know me and my girl are 10.
Yo, what is up guys, it's Alex here, or Breakdown, and welcome back to a brand new video. And it has been a long time since I have made a video, and the reason's been is just because I've been focused on working and making music and with my girlfriend. And I actually just bought a camper that I've been living in for the last about 2 weeks now. So I've just been in transition with a lot of things, and just a lot of stuff has been going on. But I've been making a lot of music recently, and you should go follow me on Spotify, go follow me on SoundCloud, go follow my YouTube topic page. All of that will be linked down in the description. And now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this video will be the story of the time I got fired from my first job. And the thing is, this just happened. So go back a couple months ago, I want to say it was like February, March. I got a job working at a sub shop in Lexington, and from the get-go I kind of felt about the job. It was kind of one of those, like, I'm making money, but at the same time I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. One of my managers was cool, got along well. Somebody else was actually in a band, so it was kind of cool talking to him about music and stuff. But other than that, it wasn't really all that for me. I mean, I got a free sandwich every day, but other than that, I really didn't care for it. And yeah, so let's get into how this goes down. So I have migraines, and I've been really stressed recently, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And since the wreck, I've been really more, just a lot more emotional, so I cry a lot more. And I've always had trouble with taking in fluids and stuff and drinking water and stuff. So especially with me being at the camper, my fridge doesn't work, so it's kind of hard to get drinks in there, and then ants and everything. It's just a whole problem. And so I stay dehydrated most of the time, and I get really bad headaches. And the past couple weeks have been, well, the last couple of months really have been really stressful, and a lot of them going on. And so I stayed really stressed, dehydrated, and get really bad headaches, and I've been throwing up a good bit. And so a couple times I've had to call into work for being sick because I legitimately been throwing up. And I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago I got sick and called out, and like 2-3 weeks before that I go into work, and we have to take our temperature because of the whole COVID-19 crap. We have to take our temperature before clocking in, and I took my temperature and it was like 101 degrees, like 100.1 degrees. And so they had to send me home. And other than that, I only called in one time before the other week. So my manager, or not my manager, my boss is like talking a whole bunch of crap, just be like, dude, you call out too much, this, that, the other, you need to get it together, whatever. And I'm just like, roasted. What do I do whenever I'm throwing up? And you tell me, if you're sick, call out and don't come to work. So what do I do? Especially with me being a server in food, I'm literally making people sandwiches and stuff. I don't want to be giving them my germs, and like, especially after throwing up, especially in this time during COVID-19, whole pandemic, and everybody, like, really, it's not the time for all that. And so today I go to, I get sick, and what I try to do is I try to push it off, because I know I can get better sometimes. Just throw up, start feeling better, and go to work. Because I used to do it with school and stuff. So I tried to wait it out, and then I ended up calling in, or not really calling in, we have an app and everything, so I go on the app and request it, say I'm throwing up, sick leave, whatever, and then I get a call, and it's my boss, and he's telling me, he's basically just like, hey, whatever, I don't even remember exactly what he says, but he says something along the lines like, you call out too much. I was just like, sir, I mean, I told you at the beginning, I have migraines, like, it's one of those things, whenever I get migraines, I get sick, I throw up. I can't help that. And he was just like, well, I mean, if you were actually throwing up and this, that, the other, I would understand it, but I don't believe you. He was like, have you been drinking? I was like, so, what? And I was just getting kind of pissed off and just dumbfounded at the fact that he literally doesn't care that I am throwing up and that I am sick. He just cares the fact that he has to get out of bed and leave his house and go to work. And he says, he's just like, you've been calling out too much. I need to depend on you to get there to work. And I was like, dude, I've called out one other time. And then before that, literally, you sent me home. Because the first time I was sick and I was like, I had bad diarrhea. I had food poisoning. Second time was they sent me home. And then the last time was whenever I called in sick because I threw up. And then today, I threw up. And yeah, and then he tells me, he was just like, well, are you going to be at work today? And I was just like, no, sir, I'm not going to be at work. He's like, well, basically telling me, it's just like, we've already talked about this, and if you're not going to be there, you're fired. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to make it today. And so he was just like, okay, and hangs up. So yeah, that was how I got fired from my first job for legitimately being sick. Yeah, not really much learned from that other than people can really be pricks. And don't judge a book by a cover, because your boss can look really nice and just be an absolute prick. But anyways guys, that's that for this one. I just wanted to vent about it and just rant about it just because it really pissed me off, and it's just really dumb. It's just really dumb. You tell somebody if you're sick, don't come to work, but then somebody gets sick and doesn't come to work. You're gonna fire them and be an absolute jerk about it. But yeah, that's it for this one. Like, comment, and subscribe for the videos. Follow me on Instagram. Go check out all of my different pages for my music. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Deuce.
I'ma roll up a quarter, take off and go swim by the border. With my bros and my girl, I adore her. Hell yeah, switch up me and more. I'ma roll up a quarter, take off and go swim by the border. With my bros and my girl, I adore her. Hell yeah, switch up me and more. Switch up, smooth talking, she like when I'm speaking her language. Stay true if my love never